My report, it's all about um, making empire respectable, the politics of race and sexual morality in 20th century. So, the shift away from viewing colonial elites as homogeneous communities of common interest marks an important trajectory in the anthropology of empire, signaling a major rethinking of gender relations within it. So, um, more recent attention to the internal tensions of colonial enterprises has placed new emphasis on the quotidian assertion of European dominance in the colonies, on empire interventions in domestic life, and thus on the cultural prescriptions by which wom- by which women and men live. So, um, so, having focused on how colonizers have viewed the indigenous other, we are beginning they are beginning to sort out how Europeans in the colonies imagine themselves, and constructed communities built on asymmetries of race, class, and gender entities significantly at odds with the European models on which they were drawn. So, um, uh, so um, the feminist attempts to engage the gender politics on Dutch, French, and British imperial cultures converge on some strikingly similar observations, namely that European women of the colonies experience the cleavages of racial dominance and internal social distractions very differently than men, precisely because of the ambiguous position as high subordinate and colonial hierarchies, and as active agents of um, imperial culture in their own right. So, um, um, sanay ka ng sa limot ko. So, so concomitantly, so the majority of European women who left from 19th to 20th century confused profoundly right restrictions on their domestic, economic, and political options, limiting those of metropolitan European at the limiting those of metropolitan European at the time, and sharply contrasting the opportunities open to colonial men. So, in colonial authority, and it was constructed on two powerful but false premises. So, the first was the notion that European in the colonies made up an easily identifiable and discrete biological and social entity. So, a natural community of common class interests, racial attributes, political affinities. So, and superior culture. And so the second is the second was notion that the Europeans um, notion that the boundaries of separating uh, the colonizer from the colonized were the self-evident and easily drawn. So that is my report. That's the end of my report.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Bye-bye.
And,
Goodbye. I love you.